Okay, so I just had this. Boy, I just had this random idea, like just sitting here. It's like I really don't. Okay, let me back it up a little bit. So basically, my thought process was at the time before I turned on the camera, was me thinking how there's no need to fear death. Like I genuinely feel like I'm never gonna die, or I don't want to say that I never die. I just feel like now I'm never going to, regardless of what happened before. You know, this lifetime, I guess you could say, in shorter, lamest terms, I guess. But it's like I don't feel like I'm going to die, and I feel like that's a concept or a thought that a lot of people don't want you to have. They want you to fear death, and that's what I was getting to, like, to not fear death to a lot of people might mean that you're being disrespectful to death or life by not fearing it. And that's like fearing, like, the fear of God. Like, if you don't fear God, that means you don't respect God. But it's like you're afraid of an energy, you're afraid of a concept or an idea, and it's a choice. But a lot of us that I know were raised with the installation that you're supposed to fear death. And it's like, if you don't fear death, that means that you're being disrespectful, and now it's going to be worse for you. Like, it's some sort of punishment. But if I tune into how I feel and what I kind of see, I don't really fear. I don't feel like that's true. At least not for me. I can't speak for how other people feel, but I just don't feel like that's true for me. And it's like, the more that I just trust my feeling, like, what I'm doing right now is when I'm thinking about the future, like everything that I've been through, all the changes I made that brought me to where I am. To see me in the future knowing that everything that I've been working on is going to be a major part of the fabric that is being weaved at this time. Like, it's going to be so important. It's going to be so important. It just don't seem important now, but I feel like it's going to be extremely important later, which is why I can't give up. I can't stop. I can't quit. Hey. So I say that to say, with that being like the feeling or vision that I'm getting right now, it's like being a grid. I get to be like a grid, right? And it felt like so many years passed, and I'm like, and I'm talking like I'm someone's great like mother energy, and I'm talking to a group of small mixed teen group of individuals, and telling them how I remember life all the way back when, in the 90s, when I was younger, and you know, having the stories of my parents, my grandparents and great grandparents, and how I can share that info with them, and how everything just kind of popped off, and how things just changed, and how we've come so far. Like, I could just feel that. Like, I feel that, like, joy. It feels like joy. I feel that joy, and I know it. And it's like, I don't believe in 70, 90. Like, I don't. And my granddad is also helping me with that too, because he has his own, you know, goal that he wants to hit, and I believe he'll hit it. You know, he wants to hit it. He believes he'll hit it. I believe he'll hit it. So that's more than enough right there, right? Only it takes two or more are gathered. Yes, right. So that's all I was really pondering on with the singing bowls playing in the background, is Because, like, there's no need to fear death, physical death. You're not supposed to fear physical death. You respect death and you respect life, but fear, like being consumed by what if today is the day, or what if this happens, or what if that, like being obsessed with thinking about death, it forces you to make peace or live a peaceful life. But it's a light and the dark to everything. The dark side is you're attracting people who will usurp your energy, and that could cause things like, or situations like that, to that energy to escalate, okay, in the material world. So things have been slowed down tremendously for you because you have to take time to learn how everlasting life is actually possible. And it's like, now that you do, you don't have to believe in that anymore. So now it's up to you if you choose to still believe in that, because you have the option of not. And when you have the option of not, you should utilize the option of not, because then it's your responsibility. Saturn, self-sufficiency, okay? And Saturn Pisces is like, it's erasing some lines. I feel like Saturn Pisces is erasing some lines, and Saturn Aries is gonna be like the new, like, race takeoff. Like, everyone sees that the goal got moved, or it's a new landscape. You know, when you play like RPG car games, like, you know, Gran Turismo or something like that, you beat that one, and now you go to another one, right? And it's like everyone's getting ready, set, go for this Saturn Aries, Neptune Aries, Uranus Gemini, and it's very youthful energy. Very youthful energy. Uranus and Gemini is, you're gonna want to learn, you're gonna want to pay attention, you're gonna want to participate, you're gonna want to learn new things, because you're gonna be able to imagine the beauty and the compassion that the world can generate when we all take the time to learn a bunch of things that our ancestors knew, but maybe we did not. And it's to help us stay connected to our roots, which Mother Earth is an example of. You know, so it's like you planting your feet so you can, you know, grow. And as above, so below. If you can grow out as a tree and stretch your wings, then underneath the roots are going to grow the same way. It's a mirror, right? In this world and the next, in all worlds. So for those of you who are if those of you who are on this frequency where you don't fear death anymore, you don't fear something bad happening to you, you don't entertain it, you don't even entertain it. There's no point in entertaining something bad happening to you. Like, why is that a form of entertainment? And that could also include the things you watch, the things you listen to. Like, why would you want to entertain it, right? Fifth house. The fifth house tells you what entertainment is best for you, okay? So sometimes, you know, Capricorn fifth house can be morbid. Of course, the conversation. Watching certain things on TV, like the originals and stuff like that. You know, ancient, you know, time, Capricorn, whatever. But it's like at the same time, like, it's certain movies and stuff I just can't even get into anymore. Or a certain genre, maybe. It's like I'm real picky about what I entertain. But it's like, it's because I want to keep the momentum or the energy that I have. I want to continue to magnify it. And also part of the manifestation that's on my mind is to tap into that energy as well. Because, you know, we're creators. We create our reality. So what we entertain, fifth house, Leo energy, the sun energy, what you entertain or what you give your attention to is what you're going to sit and watch and listen to and engage with, okay? So make sure whatever is you're sharing your attention with, make sure it doesn't promote, you know, your fears or your doubts. Like, you want to get away from those people, places, and things, okay? And I'm gonna leave it here.